Because as we well know, how many different ET origins are there out there? It's unlimited. To think that we know all of them is just not even remotely the case. Even as you see in those Starseed groups online, they'll list off maybe 70 different ET origins. Even that's just not even a drop in the bucket. It's not even a drop in the bucket, okay? Even if we were to say 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, that wouldn't even be a drop in the bucket. Exactly the right. If we don't jot things down, if we don't journal on paper what's happening to us, most of us, especially when we have strong ET origins, we're not even hardly in our body in the first place, which means that your memory is probably going to be a little bit more shoddy than somebody else's. Am I right? People, you look at them and they got it all together. They're able to multitask like crazy and they remember everything. And you wonder how the heck they hold it all together. It might be because they've had Pleiadian lifetimes and that they're coming into this experience and it's just far easier for them than it is for your ET origin, which is you bringing in this energy from a vastly different place. And it's like getting a round peg and trying to fit it into a square hole here on Earth. Your energy at times probably doesn't even want to be in your body because it's so different here. So different. The frequency's different. Now I gotta have all these emotions and feelings. I used to be in a body that was vastly intelligent. I could move things with my mind. All I did was telepathic communication. I never moved my mouth. And now this is overwhelming and overstimulating. So just remember to write the information down. I don't operate from fear. I never have. Well, I can't say I never have, because when I was more unawake on the planet, I was operating much more in low vibrational frequency. And you got to look at all of these energies, whether we deem them as being good or bad. We are all of the same frequency. We are all of the light. It's just some energies are choosing to go off in a different direction and lower their frequency. But so are some of the humans on Earth, right? Am I right? Am I going to go down the street and see a low vibrational human and go shh, 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 shh in their face? No, I'm going to shine my light brightly. I'm going to know I'm totally protected. I'm going to know that I am of the light. And I'm not going to let them lower my frequency. And I've got a big mic right by my side. And that will be the number one thing we ask as we move forward. You guys have heard me say this 1,000,000,001 times. If you haven't asked Archangel Michael to move into your home, do it now, right now. All you have to do is say, yes, please. Yes, Big Mike, come move into my home. Now, the reason why I ask you to do that, it's not because I think you need protection. It's not because I want you to be protected and safe. I'm doing that simply because, and it will be the same answer that Archangel Michael gave me when he asked me to ask him to move into my home like 18 years ago. The reason why is because it just helps me feel good. It helps me feel even better. My home is shielded. Now I have just even more light-filled energy in my home. Anything that I watch on TV, any low vibrational thoughts that I have, any problems that I have that are dropping my frequency or dropping anyone else's frequency in my home, Big Mike helps me with it every step of the way. It's really a great advantage. And now I don't have to be like, surround me with light and sage my room. No, I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to think about it. Because the number one thing you want to remember is whatever you're asking for, question, am I asking this and is it stemming from fear or worry? Or am I asking this because I'd like to accentuate the light and I want to feel even better and even brighter? And that's so true. No, anybody here knows darn well we're not interested in low vibrational ET energy or otherwise. And Archangel Michael takes the helm. Why would we ever lower our frequency or our thought forms to think that that would be the case? Because you can't have growth and learning unless you're going to dip into different energies. Many of the inhabitants on Earth don't have ETs show up right in front of them because quite frankly, energetically, I don't think they're ready for that. It would be an absolute panic and chaos until people are more aware of their own vibrational frequency and managing their own energy and their own thought forms and emotions. And recognizing and realizing that they are the creators of their realities. They are the manifestors, right? It's probably not best to bring a whole bunch of UFOs onto Earth and scare the shit out of everybody. Maybe we'll have a meetup place and everybody can meet at Area 51. And then everybody who wants to see the UFOs can. And even if we did that, and even if we brought everybody to one area on the planet and said, okay, we're ready, show us, I guarantee you half the people would panic and freak out and run away. I guarantee it, okay? Or you'd be in such distress, you might have a panic attack and hyperventilate. And what good would that serve? Because the ETs don't want to do that to us in the first place. So they do the more gentle approach. And this is the approach that they took with me starting about 4 years ago. As your channels and your abilities start to open, as the veil starts to thin, as we anchor more light, and you start to notice a lot more on planet Earth around you, okay? They'll come in very slowly, very gently, off to the side. They're not coming right up to my face. They may not even show themselves right at first because they don't want to panic me or bother me. And I think that's quite nice and respectful. That's the approach that they take.